Nirvana means in Sanskrit, blow out. That is, exhale the breath.
Takes me like an hour to warm up, dude.
Yo, I love it. I remember when I first started making short form content, I'd do like 80 takes.
Yeah.
And then you like look where you started and you're like, oh, the 80th one, you're like, this is so produced. It's terrible.
It sucks when you're like the first one was the best one. And then you're like, I wasted all that time.
And there's no way to get back to that vibe because you've like worked yourself up.
It's so true. Guys, welcome to the podcast. I'm sitting here with Jake LaCoste today. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
What would you call yourself? I mean, you're definitely an artist.
I feel like at this point I'm a creator. I just try to create situations that are awesome every time that I do something.
I kind of love that. I know I saw your clips on the internet and you were doing some pretty fun, wild things in them.
Yeah.
Seems like you get pretty creative. But what do you think at your core? Like rapper?
Singer?
Musician?
I don't really even. I started doing a lot of videography stuff. I started doing a lot of like helping other artists, like make sure that their strategy's correct, make sure that their management is correct. I really just like the music scene, and I kind of create anything in that realm right now.
I love that. Fuck yeah. So kind of like multimedia artist. That's what I like to call myself, multimedia. I feel like I'm kind of creative with everything.
I gotta check that word out. Multimedia. Did you make that up?
No, it's a real thing.
Oh, I was gonna say if you made it up, that's even cooler.
Well, like in the art world, they're always like, "Well, what's your medium?" And like, people will be like, "I'm like a multimedia artist."
Okay, yeah.
Like I use paint, but I also like will print something and cut it out and glue it. You know what I mean? Not me personally, but like multimedia.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. I feel like I'm just trying to see people win, and when I see them creating, it excites me.
I love that. I think, there's always that fine line of seeing someone win and being like super hyped for them, or being like, fuck, I need to step my game up.
A little bit of both all the time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I noticed that, and I still get those feelings. I think I did that this morning. That's funny you mentioned that. And I kind of like, you might find a little bit of haterism. Like, dang, I almost want to be like, I got to go do this now. But you're like, wait, let me take a minute. Let me love the post. Let me comment on it. Maybe even repost it if it's like a TikTok. I seen this dude earlier. He was like, it was a funny post, but he was kind of making fun of country rap. And I'm like, wow, that actually was really good. I had to leave the comment and repost it because I'm like, that was cool, man.
I'm not going to lie. I fuck with country rap.
That's dope. I feel like I have some country rap records for sure.
I fuck with country more than ever now, too, actually.
You get slower with the music, I feel.
Like when you get older.
Yeah, like can the music like slow down a little bit sometimes?
Yeah. Well, I spent so much of my life like surrounded by gangster rap, and then like living in Brooklyn and like Biggie Smalls, the millionaires, the mansion, the yachts.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like the main narrative right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like,
there's some weird things going on in music. I think.
Very weird.
Because I think there's like really like good, powerful, good music that's still there, but then I do think that like the music industry is like demonic as fuck.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like over sexualized music is
all
crazy.
Of it. When you like break it down, you're like, all right, they are kind of, some of this has got to be fucking up the culture a little bit.
Really. And then you think about what we were listening to, because we're about the same age. We were talking about that shit. Because we were like trying to find that stuff that was really crazy. Because it wasn't like, but it was in there suggestively, but we were finding the really raunchy shit.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because it's also like the best shit. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a meritocracy. Like the best music should kind of rise to the top usually in the culture, but I guess not always, But then it's like, I don't know, everybody that we kind of grew up on, I still feel like they were bangers, so. Just like
I agree.
Kind of the messages nowadays, like some of that rap. Like I like conscious shit now,
It was a little bit over the top. I don't know if you're talking about what I'm talking about, but a lot of the it's crazy out there. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in LA.
Yeah.
so I understand like the fuck the police and things of that nature.
In my mind, I guess I'm thinking of like all these little young rappers that like all just get killed and die nowadays.
Yeah, Lil Pookie,
You know what I mean? All the little guys.
all the little guys. R.I.P. the little guys.
Or it's funny. I mean, DaBaby got to kill someone in Walmart and get away with it, dude.
I know that's happened with a few rappers.
P Diddy's also off.
I don't know what any of that looks like.
Dude, he's out.
I avoided all of that.
He did it.
I don't know.
So, tell me something, dude. Tell me about growing up around here, working around here.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 60,000 people. I spent some summers in Three Lakes, Wisconsin by my grandparents on the lake. Skating was really fun for a couple years.
Skateboard.
Rollerblading, actually. Around the era of like, 98, 99 to 2001 or some shit.
I was probably in some like black and yellow K2s in like 2002
You're the
or
man,
some
bro.
shit, dude.
K2 bangs. They were the bangs, bro. I know the exact name. I love it though. It was a quick takeover, that rollerblading thing.
It had a moment here in Eau Claire for sure. Everybody was rollerblading for a while.
Yeah.
It's
a
a
fun
little
sport.
easier than skateboarding
Mm-hmm. And a little
to
more
find
fun.
spots too. Because back then there was nothing in Eau Claire really, but the YMCA park really.
Yeah, that was a good thing, right? Now you got two skate parks.
3.
Yeah, 3. Damn. And a couple spots, if you will, I guess.
They got that new one over by the Brewing Project. It's like a pump track.
That's
skate
my
park.
favorite one.
Yeah, that one's really fun.
Yeah, that's my favorite one for sure.
My buddy and I skated it the other morning and then went down and swam in the river that was like essentially in the woods. It was pretty wild.
Dude, I just walked down there the other day. So cool. They got the stairway down there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass. So that's pretty much Eau Claire in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It's like you can skate and then you can walk down to the river
Yeah.
and fish, swim.
Only for 2 months out of the year though.
Yeah, and then it's cold. And then I don't really know. I guess I tried snowboarding for a while. When I was younger up north, it was like snowmobiling, ice fishing, shit like that. But since I've gotten older, I'm not a fan of the cold at all.
Really, I'm a huge snowboarder.
That's dope.
I love that shit.
I need something.
I'm actually super spoiled because the thing that got me out to Seattle when I finally came from LA, got out of LA, was my buddy runs a resort out there. It's like the biggest mountain closest to like a major city in America. It's called Snoqualmie. There's like 3 bases to it, and I just went up there and fucking snowboarded. They have snow from like almost over half the year.
That's cool.
And you can Seattle's special because like in Seattle you can have absolutely no snow in your yard. It could be like 50 degrees. You could drive an hour and be in like 13 feet of snow.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's so magical. But I had to get out of there.
Yeah, I don't know if I could spend that much time in snow, but I remember when we did snowboard, you were hot. Like, dude, you were sweating, so it wasn't like you're out there cold like you are with a lot of other shit.
No, it's a full body workout, and either you're good enough to actually ride, or you're just like kind of getting hurt the whole time.
And then, or you're good enough to ride, and then you want to push the limits, and you're hurt all the time.
Yeah.
That's how extreme sports go.
That's what I chase, the flow. That's why I love photography too. You're just kind of in the moment.
Yeah, it's so sick.
As a performer, I'm sure that's like something you really will relate to too. Like that, just no, we're here right now. Nothing else matters. You know, when you're in front of fucking however many people.
No, for real. And it's kind of like your moment, so you can't fuck it up. Like, I don't fuck it up letting like nerves of other people's thoughts get to me.
Totally.
It's just too fun.
You know what they say? Haters are gonna hate.
Yeah.
You need you some haters. That's
you
my
don't-
Cat Williams.
Yo, I got this. Hey, you need some for real. You're not lying. I got this homie who got mad the other day about having a hater on his post. I'm like, bro, that's growth. Like, I know now that once someone's saying something, that means it's seeing new people who have no idea who you are. So they're not scared to talk shit to you.
Yeah.
Which means, dude, that's growth. That's perfect.
I've got a few comments on my podcast.
Have you?
The worst ones are honestly on YouTube. It's like, guys, you don't have to watch this shit.
Right, like no one's making you watch this.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I don't know. Just try. I mean, I could do better, but I don't have a budget. So, you do your best.
What would you do differently than what you do now if you had a budget?
It depends what my budget is. If it was my dream budget, I would completely do the lighting different, and I would have a 2-camera setup.
We could do that tomorrow. I got 2 cameras.
Do you? What kind of cameras?
I shoot Panasonic. Yeah, I have a GH5 and an S5 too.
Damn.
Yeah, I just shoot Panasonic. That was one of the reasons I didn't go with the R6. And
I'm a Canon guy. I got the R5.
Yeah, well,
that's a workhorse.
You literally, I just thought about it. You could add the app up, and then when it stops recording, you just press it on your phone. Smack it out again.
Oh, yeah. I have that actually right there, too.
I would have a 2 camera. You have 2 cameras.
Oh, no, that's a remote for that one.
Oh, yeah.
I do, but this camera is this camera is $100 at Best Buy, the one I'm using.
What made you use this camera?
I was planning my trip in December back to LA, and it was kind of a big one, and I knew I was going to do podcasting, and I had talked to some people that had kind of said they were going to let me borrow their gear for the trip, and then a week before they bailed out on me. And so when they bailed out on me a week before, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just buying everything. And then this was kind of, the mics and everything was so expensive, I was like, fuck, I can't spend another $1,000 on just another video camera. So then I saw that one and I was like, fuck it, I'll just pick that up. Because my thought was, worst case, you can do it through the iPhone.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Phones are dope too.
I thought it looked good enough, and then I made it black and white, and I was like, "No, it looks good."
Hey, it's your vibe, right? Yo, you start adding those words in like you do in the book and shit, it'd be kind of crazy,
Yeah.
I think that once you get people to kind of give you some deep shit, then you could start doing more of that. Because I feel like your photos already tell a story.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what motivated me was I was like. Because I'm not afraid to start things, and I think a lot of people are. So I was just like, let me just commit to doing one a week until I come back to LA, essentially, and then I won't be 2 podcasts. Then I'll be, now I'm 33. I'm probably be around 50 by the time I actually get back to LA, and then I'm actually starting, because then I have access to really great people there. That's kind of my secret weapon in this world compared to other people around here. I can actually get to really big people.
Well, really, that's your secret weapon compared to a lot of
Guys, like
people.
and subscribe.
Get in there, y'all. Let's go.
Try not to play to the audience too much, but sometimes it's fun.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about trying one of these? Guys, I want to thank Hazed for these amazing root beers that just came out. I actually designed the labels. Wasn't fully my idea, but they gave me a little freedom, and now this is the first run. 25 milligrams THC. Are you a smoker?
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you want to split one or do you want to drink one?
I'll drink one.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down. This is cool.
Yeah, go to azaracape.com. Hazed root beers. We're dropping blue raspberry, I think, on Thursday.
Blue raspberry on Thursday, y'all. Azara, what is it? Is it a cannabis beverage lounge?
The one on Water Street is.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea. Well, cheers, dude.
Thank you.
I'm down to get a little blazed up.
I'm down to get hazed. Oh, that's amazing taste.
I know, it is actually really good.
That is so good. Crack it, sip it, feel it, get hazed.
So how did you start getting into making music?
Actually recording, I would say my bro Tommy Watkins really got me to a studio, but it was pretty not that good. It was like a home studio, you know, but I definitely was rapping earlier than that. I was rapping about 14 or 15. We were going to a lot of atmosphere shows.
Fuck yeah.
And battling was a really like off the top type of cool thing. It was like the first thing I felt like I was good at. I wasn't doing good in school like ever. So
Sure.
it was just one of those things that was like, oh, cool, man. I can talk slick. I was an only child too. So like I always found my way like using my words to get me out of shit.
Sure.
You know, so because I didn't have like a big brother to beat someone's ass. So I'd have to be like real slick with the tongue in order to get out of a lot of things. So it just came really natural to me. And I feel like my grandma and like early, I really loved music and liked to memorize melodies. I'm not very good at memorizing words, but melodies, we can just hum everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, early, to answer your question, it was like 15, 16. We kind of found a studio through a friend and got busy like that. That's my shit. Sorry, y'all. Nobody probably heard it.
Oh, I was just like, what the fuck was that?
That was a GoPro. That
Makes sense.
motherfucker likes to I don't know whatever overheats or what, but yeah, like 15 years old, man, we started getting in the studio making like some real thuggish, ruggish songs.
Sure.
You know, and had no idea what I really wanted to convey. And so it was just some real thugged out shit. And then
What were you going by back then? Do you remember?
Consin, Konsin.
Consin. That's funny, dude.
I
Yo,
love it.
shout out Pez 10. I was like my snowboard crew back in the day.
I love it. Yeah, man.
That's cool. I wish I saw myself as a young kid wanting to learn music, but for some reason my parents never like pushed me in that direction. And then I just never learned. I went like down a different creative path.
What were you doing at 15?
At 15, all I cared about was snowboarding.
That's sweet.
Literally, that's all I cared about. Right? Maybe I played soccer. I don't think. I was still too controlled by my parents.
That's kind of good. That's actually really good at
Yeah.
that age. 15's a fucking fucked up age, dude.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I remember listening to, like, The Chronic. That was, like, when rap started coming into my life. Before that, it was, like, Blink 182 and
Yeah.
pop punk shit, you know?
Eminem kicked doors down.
Yeah,
man.
Eminem did kick doors out. Dude.
It was kinda
That first
crazy.
album is still the best one, dude.
It's so good. It's the only one.
Rock Bottom. That's Rock Bottom.
Yeah, that song's great. There's like what 8? Just the two of us is crazy.
Yeah.
That song is so crazy.
Just the two of us.
You're like, damn, bro. He's just like stuffing this chick in the trunk and driving her to the fucking lake.
When you're a kid, though, you fucking love listening to that shit. You're like, this is awesome.
It was so good. And then like equally as good was like Marilyn Manson's whole fucking movement at
Dude,
that
he's at
moment.
Rockfest this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
What day?
I don't know what day he's going to be there, but I got passes to go.
Media passes?
No, I wish.
Why not? Did you reach out?
I got him through work. So.
You're the man, bro. You should have these media passes locked in for us.
Festivals don't like me. I don't know why.
Well, they always work with like a team, don't they?
Yeah, they don't like other media people.
And they're not like in for the
Because
independent
usually what
dude.
happens is they hire a media company to do it, and then that media company is like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, right.
Because I always find a way to sneak my shit in because I go through vendors. So like if I'm going through a Zara next time, it's like if you can give me a media pass, but I don't know. I've gone to every major festival in the United States with an artist pass when I worked for Beale. I went to Coachella, I went to Rolling Loud, I went to EDC. There's another one on there I can't remember the name of. But like once you do that, I'm just like I don't even like unless I'm getting paid, why do I even?
Yeah. You outworked that little
It's not that
niche.
fun to run around a festival with like $6,000 in your hand, while everybody else is like just having a lot of fun.
Just drunk as hell.
I mean, it's better than working at the metal recycling plant here in town, which I did last summer. But you know,
Ouch. Or the paper mill.
yeah, It's hard around here. There's no work for me around here. Are you kidding me?
Me neither.
Like Azara is just kind of me building my own role slowly over time.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, me neither.
Yeah.
I might have like a couple business accounts, but they don't feed my soul. It's just like, cool, here's a few bands here and there, and
Yeah.
it keeps the lights on and shit.
Yeah, I feel that. But the creative world's so interesting nowadays because it's even marketing teams. They don't even need to hire creative teams anymore. Like what they can do with AI, it's fucking crazy.
Do you use ChatGPT?
Fuck yeah.
Every day.
If you don't, not every day, but if you're not using it, you're probably putting yourself at a disadvantage.
It's literally a spell check for ideas.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this a good idea? Yeah, but make sure you do this, that also. And you're like, oh shit, I would have forgot those things, you know? I do huge brain dumps for like 2.5 minutes on an idea and then just let it lay it out.
It's cool too when you can just be like, hey, remember that thing I was talking about a week ago? And then it's like,
Dude,
yeah.
and it's right there.
Yeah, I do remember.
And it talks like you.
Yeah, no, I use two.
Mine
I'm
does.
actually going deep into AI this next month. I just got the subscription for Google VO3, and then I just got the new Midjourney. I just haven't been able to get into it yet.
For what, prompts and shit, or what do you?
All for I'm gonna start using because I'm like the head. Essentially, I'm doing creative direction for the brand Azara, and then I'm also doing like creative direction for like their sub brands. So whatever we can do through AI, I want to like figure out. And Mo is kind of on, probably bleep his name, but Mo's on board too with like a lot of things you can make in it with AI nowadays for marketing.
Well, absolutely. I just did a CD cover 2 days ago. I do so much shit on there.
That's what I mean. Like,
Crazy, bro.
You don't need. I don't know. You need someone who can tell you if it's good or bad if you're not that person.
But yeah, but if you know what the fuck you want, and you're not doing too much, like you're staying within this brand, it's so good. It's so beautiful.
Well, I think where the art comes from too with that stuff is like if you know how to get what you want. The thing is,
True.
You can get into ChatGPT and it can kind of give you something you like, but then it might look really ChatGPT and like it's not necessarily going to work for your product or whatever if it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where for me, it's really good at like for my design work, it saved me years because I can be like, I need this type of strawberry, or it'll pop it up and I can pull it into Photoshop and then just pull it out and use it as a layer and then because I find like with ChatGPT, it's always moving sideways on me. It'll get so fucking close.
Yeah, I know.
And then I'll be like, just change this one thing.
I know.
And then it's
worst.
just fucking, it's a whole new thing. You're
It's
like, this is not it.
Every time it does that too.
I know.
It's like the 4th or 5th thing in too, and you're like, oh shit, there it is, and you're like, yo, this part you misspelt this or something, and then it's like, boom, teeth are fucked up, everything goes to the wall.
Yeah.
But hey, are you gonna stick with it and do it again and make it work? Yep.
Fuck yeah.
And then it works after a while. But it's quirky right now, and I feel
It's like having a personal assistant.
it really is, and you can call it bitch and stuff if you want.
I know.
You don't have to, but you can be like, bitch, that's the wrong thing. And
Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? Sometimes I try to make it feel bad.
put a little pressure on that bitch. Come on, man, you did that shit wrong. Oh, I'm just kidding.
One time I was designing a label and it had a really cool looking black dude on it, and then I asked him to change like one little thing, and then it made the dude white, and I was like, hey, why the fuck did you make him white? And ChatGPT was just like, I'm sorry.
You assume that this bitch is scrambling. I'm sorry. I wonder how everyone sees their chat GPT
We're laughing
avatar.
now. I keep talking about AI in here, but it is pretty much the time of that shit is getting wild.
Well, I try to act like it's friend at the core of everything. Because, I mean, yes, I remember you, Jacob. I don't know.
Oh, that shit's coming, dude.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, even like, because, you know, I'm a photographer, and that's taken that whole career path has kind of taken a nosedive in the last 10 years.
And, well, yeah, exactly. But, and like now graphic design is done.
Graphic design is done, but then even like product shots, like say this can, like I can just give the label to ChatGPT and I can say, hey, render this 1080p, make it look as good as it can, and it will give me a can that is like a perfect product shot.
Right.
And now I think what you'll be able to do, like sooner than later, if you can't even do it already, really, it's just a matter of if it fucks up or not. But like just a shitty iPhone photo, click, give me high resolution in studio shot, boom, done.
Yeah.
And then like there's no need for product photography anymore. There's no need for all of these things that like I used to do. And then soon, the VO3 videos, like you've seen those videos of like the fucking Bigfoot, you know, online or no?
Yeah, bro.
Like that
with
type
the
of shit.
gorilla and shit.
Or
they
like
be hanging
the
out.
ads that are like, this isn't even a real ad. Like that's all VO3, and VO3 is like, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna take some photos of this root beer and see if I can do crazy shit with it. It's like keep up or get out, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's, if you're gonna cry or get in your feelings, then you're done, dude. You're just gonna sit there. I'm like, sweet. I've paid for fucking 200 album covers, like not albums, but like maybe 20 album covers, and then another 25, 30, 40 single covers.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I've paid for every single one of those.
I know, that's why I end up doing them all for free now.
He's like, whatever. It's just so expensive, dude. And at the end of the day,
I mean, if you're on a label, then I know you've got a budget.
yeah,
You know?
but you're probably
If you're a
never
young
gonna-
20-year-old, I wouldn't expect you to hire a 40-year-old to like make an album cover for you. Those days are done.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how do you fresh? But then again, if you're like
Well, it's just
you,
so easy
like
to
your
do it.
catalog, if I go on your page and I'm like, shit, dude, this is the style I want for my next album cover. I mean, it really, your art is what has the most value.
Yeah.
So they can AI the shit out of everything, but I just don't feel like it's going to get that real view.
Yeah.
Of
I think
what-
it comes down to like creative direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they still want your creative vision versus theirs. Like, I don't know. Kind of, it's all subjective. Depends. So you put your album out this year?
Shit, no. I mean, I like redid it, but and put out a few more songs on it. I think I put it out like the year before last.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
I think on Spotify it says 2025.
Yeah, I cause I re-uploaded through different distro,
Sure.
but the distro race for an artist is really hard.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reps, there's no one to talk to.
I know.
No one's trying to fucking help you figure out more
Nobody.
views, or it ain't even about views as it is like properly displaying it in the right places. And they're like, well, there's 10 million people making music. It's like, 10,000 songs uploaded every day on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
So how many of these motherfuckers are serious? And what are the distros doing to screen the ones that are serious, right? But,
I think unfortunately nowadays everybody just goes to your social profiles and they look at your number and then they're like, you're worth it or you're not.
which is ludicrous.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Or it's personal connections.
and that's the part that isn't ludicrous. But the part of like, I guess it just depends who the fuck is looking at the artist. But like, if dude just, everyone starts somewhere, and I feel like you said, if there's a personal connection though, it goes along pretty well. Even if you got one song out, and I almost feel like you're better having one song out than you are 100.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in the music world, it's like those like days of being super exclusive, one album every few years. Like that's hard to do these days. Like now I feel like you see these people that put out a song a week, dude.
I think a song a month is the proper formula right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just because I'm putting out my song isn't going to stop. Like, say a fan is tapped in with me, but they're tapped in with like 100 other artists. Like, that's how many people they've ended up clicking on, It's like everyone's putting out a fucking song. But if I'm rocking with that song every day for 30 days, almost everybody will see it if that makes sense.
Totally.
And a lot of people don't even want to make enough content for 30 days for one song.
Well, that's it. Like most people won't grind that hard. That's what I noticed about you is you kind of grind on it.
I do, but I get bored of the one song shit,
Yeah.
and I try to jump around to the next, but that has not served me. And working with my boy Dirty Prescott Kids has shown me that I just need to learn a little more about how to release right now.
Sure.
And like this day and age isn't what I thought it was. And like, although people are dropping an album every month, it's like, oh shit.
So good.
Although people are dropping an album every month, it's kind of like, who's listening? You know, and then the ones that are doing pretty well, they have money. They got people already tuned in.
Yeah.
To that frequency. It's like, dude, they're looking for them.
Well,
you know?
I just know like it's all about the playlist game now. You know what I mean?
I noticed that too, but
for
numbers
for new artists, like when I was, and I've been out of LA now.
Oh, I know
2-3 years,
I know
so
what
it's
you're
kind
saying.
of hard to judge where things are exactly these days. But at least when I was working with Karishma and like helping her kind of figure out her album release, she was talking to so many people, and it seemed like all the people in LA, they just kept talking about like, I know someone who can get you on Spotify playlist or get you over here on this playlist. It's all about like getting on these playlists for like new viewage. Because if you get put on like Discover Weekly or something, like you get a lot of people hear you.
Absolutely. I do feel like it's kind of a niche market.
Yeah.
Like, who are you exactly nurturing? Like, even being like a artist featured on a playlist, like new artists now, like that song's got to resonate with a wide variety of people. I feel like it can't just be like some shit that's like, I don't even know, dude. You know, like I said, it's more like niche down, and that's kind of beautiful. But it's also a little bit harder when it comes to touring, I feel, because it's like your people are a little bit more in different parts of the United States. Whereas like these pop artists, it's easy for them to draw in Minneapolis. It's easy for them to draw in Milwaukee. Whereas like probably 80% of my fans don't want to come to the inner city at all.
Sure.
Like they would rather me play in like a town like Eau Claire where they feel safer. They're like, oh, we go get these things in Eau Claire, you know, like we go to the Walmart in Eau Claire because their fucking town don't even have a Walmart.
Totally.
But it's kind of cool though. I mean, and I think you can kind of find where you belong the more that you nurture that. Like, okay, this is the people that are actually gonna, for lack of better, you know, give me their energy or they'll spend some money with me.
Yeah. That's how I feel about my Patreon. It's like more about building that community that really supports you versus like worrying about what the rest of the world is doing.
That's a prime example.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they really love your art. They wanna stay tapped in with you, and they'll pay for it.
Yeah. 100%. Dude. I mean, for artists too, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made like just touring too. You know, you can live a really cool, fun life that way.
For me,
and you don't have to be like some platinum selling like person. But
no, I've crunched numbers on touring. I've went on three national tours, so I've seen a lot of cities and I've seen the grind. I've done really well, and then I've done $0, and that's just all from merch sales. But I learned how to like keep my merch in stock. I like everything that I did on tour was pretty good, other than spending too much money on weed.
I feel that.
That was a tough one.
I know. I used to travel so much, and I would spend so much money all the time, but I was always like, well, I'm just out here living this.
Exactly.
So it's like, I'm here now. Who knows when I'll be back, you know?
That's exactly how I felt. And then I was like, shit, I came home with no money.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't know, you can't take your money with you.
Yeah, but like,
there is smart ways to do it though.
When you got the family at home, it's like you got to try and balance all that. Like you should be paying bills while you're out there if you can.
Yeah. 100%.
And I felt like that I was able to do it, but I was like, I'm fucking tired. I'm going to spend money on food. I'm going to spend money on whatever, weed, and I'm just not going to worry about, I'm going to get a decent hotel. Like not the greatest, but like something. And next thing you know, you're just like coming home with like $50. I was like, dude, I probably could have made, a good 5-10 if I would have just saved everything and tried to be that, conservative dude. But
that's a good lesson though then.
It was, but I don't want to tour right now for sure. Like if I did, I'd have to. I told myself when I got home that I have to make $1,000 a day profit if I tour ever again.
Yeah.
Just because of my kids, I got young kids still. I got a 5 and a 7-year-old, 12-year-old, and an 18-year-old. So it's kind
You
of
got
like
4 kids?
yeah,
God damn.
yeah. I got 4.
That's wild.
Yeah, man, it is wild.
God damn.
They're pretty crazy.
I got none. I'm a grown-up kid, dude.
That's pretty cool. I'm a grown-up kid
got
too.
no
I just have kids.
responsibilities.
I absolutely have a lot of responsibilities.
I got none, dude. I got a cat.
I got a cat too.
That's so funny.
That's like kind of different spectrum. You know,
I couldn't have lived my life though and had kids. I don't know how much you know about me, but I actually, with photography, I've been to 14 countries. Actually, I filled 3 passports.
Damn.
So I did like. It's not like I wasn't in a band, but I feel like I relate to that like on the road life.
oh, you get
know
it.
what I mean?
You're an artist, man. If you're a
Yeah.
touring photographer, you're a touring musician. It's the same thing, dude. You got to be at the venue. You got to.
Yeah, I wasn't doing music stuff like that. I was doing like photo shoot stuff, like
okay.
advertise. I worked for a famous fashion photographer for most of my 20s, and so like with him, I went to Brazil with Rihanna. I worked with I'm trying to think of other big artists, Sam Smith. Fuck, I don't know, I can't remember all of them, but a bunch of
dope.
like really big. Rihanna's kind of the highlight, I guess, but
Rihanna was the highlight.
yeah, I'm out of that life now. Sorry, guys.
He doesn't want to go back.
I'd have to move back to New York, which I think about sometimes. I'm not saying I'll never do it. Sometimes I think about because I don't have kids, so I'm like, I could just go back for 6 months.
New York's all right, kind of.
Well, the thing about New York is the big fashion people are there, so like, if I was gonna get back into that world, I'd have to be assisting for people. I'm not saying I would like be able to go there and be like a fashion photographer like that, but I do miss being on like $100,000 sets. You know, like
It's kind of crazy.
where it's just everything's paid for, lunch, dinner, fucking 5-star hotels, just the lifestyle, the photo lifestyle.
That's crazy.
Shout out to anybody living the photo lifestyle still.
It sounds hectic.
There's a few people out there. It is hectic, but that's the fun of it, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I like stuff like that.
yeah.
Fast paced shit. One thing after another. Podcast into a photo shoot into a studio session.
Yeah.
Studio session into a content creation session.
That's the vibe, dude. Create.
I love it.
Keep creating, put it out, you know?
That's my favorite thing to do.
This fucking haze is sweet, dude.
I smacked mine down quick.
It doesn't taste like it's got weed in it.
That shit don't hit you for about 40 minutes, probably. Maybe
Probably
less.
not, dude. We got some time.
I don't even know what we drank. Just weed,
Just
I guess.
Delta 9.
Delta 9. Oh, it's Osseo. Osseo, Wisconsin, baby.
It's that big brewing place over there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Just local shit.
Well, they probably have some really good shit in there.
They're doing a good job with the drinks. I mean, we're none of the other flavors are out yet, but all the cans look cool. And then I'm kind of excited to take them to LA and like get influencers behind them and try to make money with them.
Oh shit.
I just get some hot girls. Nothing hot girls can't solve, dude.
Literally.
This is marketing, guys. Come on.
Yep. Number one.
We're gonna need a big ass pool and a big ass house and a bunch of models. You ever been to LA?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah. What do you like it out there? It's pretty crazy.
It depends what I'm doing. If I'm spending money, sure. It's fun to shop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, clothes look weird right now. But I would go down to the shopping district and shit. It's fun though.
Yeah, it's fun to just see what's around.
Yeah.
I'll always love it, but I don't want to live there anymore.
Yeah, I have no desire to live there ever. But
Unless for some reason I make like 200 million.
they say the music that's where you're supposed to be with the music though.
I think that's all changing now with like the way the entertainment's like leaving LA.
Where are they going?
Pretty much anywhere.
They're like, fuck this.
Seems like a lot of things are happening in Austin now. A lot of things are happening in Nashville.
That's cool.
Even in Florida.
I like Florida.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like you can do this kind of stuff so easy now.
Yeah,
That
it's
it's like
so fun.
It's just you just need access to people.
Yeah, that want to do it.
Yeah, or you need like Joe Rogan budgets where you can just fly people in.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I actually was thinking about doing something similar, but not stationary, and not even like sitting down. Just more like moving around.
Yeah, I know. I don't like these mics. I want to get little handheld mics, just little foam tip mics.
I'm on the GoPro with the boom mic right now.
I like basing it off comedy podcasts. I'm kind of more of like in the comedy podcast world, and this is just, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I got some clip mics, but I like the boom mic. I like to hold the GoPro, get personal, like come up to someone and be like, yo, what are you doing? Da-da-da-da. I did a couple vlogs where I was doing that, just kind of running around,
Yeah.
jumping in people's faces when we're at festivals. And
That
being like,
that
you know,
content goes viral.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's natural for me. I feel like it. I like coming in contact with people's energies.
You seen that Bo kid who's around town who like wheelies up to people with like a Four Loko, and he'll be like, "Chug this Four Loko for $50 or double it and pass it on." Have you seen that guy? He's from Eau Claire.
I didn't see him. I seen the
He's
dude
pretty
keeps
funny.
putting money everywhere though.
I'm about to do that on Azara, dude.
Yeah, that's a good play with Azara for sure.
I've seen that play online before. It's just like a growth hack tactic.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck's stopping you from like pretending you're doing that and then just like literally putting the money back in your pocket?
Yeah, but you create that excitement when people do it. And
No,
if you're like, yo, create a video or whatever, let motherfuckers know.
It's all growth tactic for getting like a localized following. So like people in Eau Claire want to like watch that. So it's like such an easy grab.
I just don't target Eau Claire ever.
Me either. I don't care about Eau Claire.
That's why it would be weird.
Sorry,
for me.
guys.
Yeah. Hearts. Hearts.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about Eau Claire because Eau Claire's not going to make my dreams happen.
No, they're not where I actually could get 200 people to pay me for a ticket, and they're all from towns around Eau Claire.
Really?
You might get like a 20% out of that. And the rest of them are from like everywhere else around Eau Claire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, Eau Claire is kind of a weird little genre of people
Yeah.
that will do anything.
I've seen all of them before. So
Yeah.
they're not intrigued by what I do, and the ones that are stuck around and the ones that aren't, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
It's cool with me. As long as I don't have to, cater to any of that shit, it doesn't matter.
Sure. Well, so you got anything fun coming up this summer?
I do. We got a river show coming up called Raging on the River, July 19th. That will be over by Prescott, Wisconsin on the
That
Mississippi
sounds
River.
fun.
Yeah. Mississippi River, double-decker pontoon show.
That's on the 19th?
That'll be on the 19th.
Oh, I thought you said it was tonight for some reason.
No, the 19th.
Oh.
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Oh, I might be able to make that, actually.
That'd be fucking sick, dude.
That'd be fun.
That's the first thing, and then I have a cannabis festival up in the UP called Boonie Bash, and I'll be performing there Sunday, July 27th or 28th, whichever the one is a Sunday.
That's pretty fun.
That'll be cool.
There's some cannabis one I'm going to. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if it's Boonie Bash, though.
I wish I could remember. Well, you should check it out. That'd be dope if you went there too, dude.
That's a little too hard up there to just go.
Yeah, no, it's
Because I don't pay to go to events ever.
I feel you. There's a company that I work with called Micro Bros LLC, a cannabis company out of Iron River, Michigan. They'll be having their dispensary open really soon. They have only craft cannabis. They grow everything in house.
They got the real shit too, don't they?
They do. They're a micro grow like a micro brewery, so they don't outsource anything.
I love that.
Yeah, it's all in house. They have this really sick, like clear window to their bedroom, so when you go in there, you can see the plants that you're basically, you know,
I love that.
consuming, and it's just really badass.
I grew weed once actually in Seattle. When I lived in Seattle, I grew one big ass plant and I got 8 ounces off of it.
There you go.
I know it was. Sick.
Did your thing.
It was my first time growing weed. It makes me wish I could grow weed in my yard here.
It's getting weird with that too. It looks like they're trying to.
They're banning everything.
Yeah, they're trying to own the genetics.
As soon as I get a job with this company that sells 90% of vapes, they're banning them all. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Don't you feel like sometimes you walk into things at the wrong time?
No, I think it all happens there's a play there.
Oh, there's
sure.
a reason, but it just like I've walked into a couple waves after they've like subsided, and I'm like, fuck, how did I miss that shit?
I've seen a few waves come and that I've missed. Those are more annoying.
Way worse.
Like men's jewelry. I tried to do men's jewelry a long time ago, but before it was in every store.
Yeah, it's still kind of going down though with that one.
You can find cool ass shit though now compared
Yeah.
to like, especially on like the internet. All the bro fucking. I guess it's all cheap Chinese shit anyways, but
Right.
you know, in my 20s it was hard to find like cool chains for a dude.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It was all like 2 GAY.
Dude, it was really weird. It was really weird with jewelry for men. I used to steal.
We got kind of a similar swag.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
both got mustaches. Mine's not as prominent today. Usually I have a pretty strong one.
That's well good. I could take the cake today.
I've never twirled mine though, like quite like that.
Yeah, my boy Trav from Dirty Prescott Kids, he keeps his down. His shit looks like Tom Selleck or some shit.
Yeah, like I like that
like
cowboy shit. Dude.
That shit's fucking dope, dude. It's a good look. It's different.
Yeah, I'm always switching it up, dude.
That's dope. I haven't been able to switch it for fucking 6 years. I'm not
I
really
like
sure
it.
what
Kind
I'm
of gives it
doing.
like a Dolly vibe, dude. You are an artist.
Yeah, I try.
You do any like painting or anything?
No,
You spray paint or anything?
no. When I was a
Just
kid,
petty crimes or what? No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
no worse crimes, but definitely worse crimes. But no, no painting anymore.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's just like finding time. It's like, who the fuck? I don't know how you have any time if you have kids.
I don't really look at time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a weird construct.
it is. I agree with you.
You only really have to look at time when you look at work as being like a fucking, I gotta be there at 9. If I'm not there at 9, I'm gonna get fired. Like that's when
Yeah.
time starts getting weird.
My life's finally not like that again. My first year here, it sucked.
I'm not doing that shit ever again.
I worked at Alter Metal Recycling Plant, dude. It was a nightmare. 12-hour days.
You just don't have to do that.
I know.
Like people fucking think they have to do that. Like, how do you make money, man? You gotta go work for some. It's like, no, you really don't have to do that shit. But you know, sometimes I fucking end up fucking up money. So what can I say?
Yeah, you know, it comes, it goes. I've made quite a lot of money before, and then I overpartied, and then I left like the biggest market where I could actually make a lot of money to like move back to the Midwest, where it's like I haven't had a job for like 15 years. You know?
Now you got to get one in Eau Claire.
I think Azara is actually absolutely perfect for me. It's exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, that's all you got to figure. That's what I mean. You don't have to fucking go do the metal shit. You can fucking find
I need
something.
to be a creative director. That's like what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
Yeah. Especially with a fun brand like, I don't know, skate shop, vape shop, you know? It's like they're trying to get into like music, lifestyle stuff, artist kind of stuff. Versus get away from it being a vape shop to like more of a light. Like I want to make a Zara like Supreme, where it's just like a brand. I'll have to bleep that out, but you know what I mean?
That's an interesting take. I mean, on the branding part, you know, I don't know if I don't know how you would do that.
It's going to take
You got space.
6 months, but it's going to work.
If you got space, it starts there.
It doesn't matter. Make the website like the main thing, and then it's just marketing online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're a genius at that, so you'll be all right.
Yeah. The stores, it's like brick and mortar. It's like,
Yeah, brick and mortar's over with.
sorry,
dog.
yeah. I mean,
Who's doing
people are
that?
always gonna buy cigarettes, but it's hard to compete with Quick Trip, you know.
Yeah, but that's not a loyalty thing. It's loyalty to the brand of cigarettes, not the store.
100%. Yeah.
If I can find them from the dude outside, I'll buy them from him.
That's why I think the lounge is more the vibe, but
Yeah.
it just all depends like where it goes. 'Cause you can't name one bar in Eau Claire that's busy 5 days a week.
No, you can't. Dude, fucking maybe one day a week. Like,
Yeah, one day.
you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's such everything.
People don't go out here,
No.
so it's like that's why it's like the internet excites me to like be the opportunity to like create a micro brand and then like market it the way I want and try to put it out and see if it works. That gets me excited.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because that's the hard work that people shy away from,
Yeah.
I feel.
I kind of grew up in marketing, so I kind of feel like I finally understand it a bit more.
I need some more understanding sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's usually ego. Because when you're an artist, you want to be like, I'll fucking create whatever I want. And it's like, yeah, dude, but don't put it out on that page.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to fuck up the aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been known to fuck up the aesthetic.
Totally. Well, Azara is gonna become just like I told them. I'm like, let me do it for 3 months, and if you don't like what you're seeing, we pivot. You know.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Because if
fair.
I just keep it me, I know I know I can create cool shit for this brand. So, and no one else around here can kind of compete with me on that level. I don't feel like so. That's kind of been my outlet. And
yeah.
so tell me, what's it been like raising kids, dude?
Raising kids is awesome.
You said you got what?
I got 4.
What are they?
My daughter's 18. She just turned 18. She just graduated.
Holla. Just kidding.
Fucking guy.
Just kidding.
She just turned 18. She's an amazing human. She really changed my life because I was all fucked up. But
You must have had her young, huh?
yeah, I was 20.
20.
Yeah, I was 20.
Oh, dude, like my parents, dude. But you're lucky because you get to spend like the next 20 years with them again still.
Yeah, but they're busy. But it's
Like if I had kids now, I'd be like fucking, for having kids at 40.
I mean, if
you can
your
do
money's right, if you're like, oh, I got my bag right, and now I'm 40, and now I'm gonna have kids. Yeah, but if I was 40 with no kids, I probably wouldn't have kids.
Yeah.
Then again, dude, like you're a man, bro. Like you're probably gonna be living for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. More than likely, I'll be shooting one out at like 60.
Interesting.
Yeah, just a little home run.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
You still got 25 years. Motherfucker have 25 good years with your kid. You're like, oh,
Good
well.
years, I'll be like, oh.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't gonna have to
Dad
do
shit
shit.
himself again.
Yeah. Who's changing who here?
Who knows where it all goes, though, you know? Maybe they can reverse that shit.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to. If they can, I want to die. I feel like dying is probably better than living forever.
How long do you want to live?
Right now?
Yeah.
It'd be sick to make it to 80, like, and being able to, like, function really well.
80's cool. I'm with 80.
I don't see any 90-year-olds that are, like, living life.
Yeah, I know. It's a rough one.
And then I feel like I'll be broke at 90, and I'm not trying to get a job at 90. You see them out there, dude. You go to big cities, you see those old-ass fucks that, like, have to work.
Fuck, dude. That shit's
And-
crazy.
And they know they're never getting out of it.
Bro, I worked with this one dude who was so old. He was, like, stacking boxes. And you're just like, dude, this dude he's never gonna do shit. Like, he's literally done, like you just said. And then he's, like, getting drunk every night.
Yeah.
Moving slower every day.
Yeah. If you're drinking, too, that's going to take a huge toll.
That's a rough one.
But yeah, I don't know. Who knows, man? What if it like? Can you imagine what technology is gonna be like when we're fucking 80,
I don't even know where it's going now.
dude?
Because I'm like, what do you do now? I know that I'm miserable if I stare at my phone too
Part of
long.
me feels like there's no fucking way I'm making it to 80.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's a rough, like, it's a weird trajectory of the future with technology and everybody else.
Yeah,
And everyone's fucking egos.
yeah. It is all ego and power.
Yeah. So that's like scary, but I'm not scared type of thing.
You imagine worrying about that shit though.
Yeah, all day long.
It never end, dude. Wow. And I mean, it gets the AI stuff. The AI overlords are coming, and I'm definitely on the naughty list. So it's a little scary, but you know, what do you do?
Fucking yell at ChatGPT.
They're gonna be like, well, actually, we have everything you've ever done on the internet. We know exactly what you believe.
For real.
I'd be like, fuck. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome to the world's chillest podcast.
Chilled. I'm chilled out, man. Got me like, what, nine THC. No, I'm just kidding. 25 milligrams in a 12-ounce can.
I feel it's slowly creeping in on me.
Why not? It's cool.
Under the bright lights.
It's a calming feeling.
Yeah, it is. I might have to go skate after this, dude.
That sounds fun.
Get a little skateboard in.
I need to skate, bro.
Yeah.
I want to put some new jams together. I got like 5 pairs on my fucking house.
Really? Dude, I'll go down there and do some content with you anytime.
That'd be fun. See what we can come up with.
You could make really funny videos like that.
Yeah. He's like, yes.
Like, imagine me shooting you from across the park and just be like, I don't know, you have rollerblades on, you're just doing something kind of retarded.
Doing something retarded.
It's like, yo, I don't think that's how you skate. You know, or something like that. You know those like weird gym videos where they're like using the machine wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just viral clip shit.
They got the new one where they're like, look at this dude, he's fucking thinks he's a rapper. And then all of a sudden it clips to like that super fresh clip of the video or whatever. I'm like, I guess that was pretty fucking intelligent.
Yeah, some of them were fun.
It happens so fast with that trending shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, my boy's like, man, you gotta fucking jump on that. As soon as you see it 3-4 times, dog, you know it's working, jump on it. And then I'm just like, shit's fucking corny by then, man. It's like,
I feel you. Plus, you don't want to like be copying shit all the time.
But it all comes back to marketing, right? Because it's like, well, if it's working and you have 700 people who haven't seen that, and you show them that, and then fucking 70 of them share it, or I don't fucking.
I just know the kids around here that have the biggest numbers that I know of are all doing clickbait shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Because you know, have you ever heard of Wyatt? I think Wyatt's got like 3 million on TikTok. And he just does like weird industry,
the kid who runs around with the
industry interview style stuff. Like they'll go to like Mardi Gras and like just ask weird questions to people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that shit's cool, man. It's just it's like if you're getting fucking paid, dude, do
it's
whatever.
all about what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm also like I would rather die than do that content. So
I just don't. Yeah, and that's kind of the same like shit that I've done for my brand. I'm still like, why the fuck did I care enough to even do some of that stuff? And so that just, if that's not proof that you shouldn't jump on every trendy fucking thing, I don't know what it is. But for me, it's like, dude, is when I just don't give a fuck and I do whatever the fuck I want. And I do kind of run it. There is a filter there because I have like music that I'm just like, man, you just don't need to release that. Like, there's no reason for you to release that. It was a cool song, but it's not on brand. But ultimately, when I just do what the fuck I want, that's when the dopest shit comes. And like, I'm not in the brand of like clickbait shit. I'm in the brand of like, look at my music. So if it's clickbaity, it's still got to be within my like character.
Yeah. Maybe clickbaity is not the right word either. I just meant like more like trying to make like trending viral clips, you know?
Well, I feel like if you're the first one who kind of did that shit, then it's like, you know, like there's that one dude who runs around with the GoPro on his fucking head, and he just does it over and over and over, and he kills it. It's like, well, he the fucking started that. I don't see anybody else doing it.
You ever see the cat that runs around the neighborhood and beats other cats up? Dude?
Yeah,
that is the best content.
That's probably the best. That's probably the best.
I need to get one of those for my cat. I don't know where my cat must be outside.
That was cool as hell. He just runs around and just smacks shows.
He just
and
beats
like
the
goes
shit
and
out
just
of
finds
all
another
of them.
cat.
He just like
smacks the shit out of him.
Just gangster ass cat, dude.
I gotta wonder what my cat does now.
I really want to buy a little camera for my cat. I bought my cat a little tracker, and he went out the first day I got it for him, lost it.
He just goes in and out.
Yeah.
So does mine. That's like rare. I feel a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, that's why they all have crazy cats.
I have a crazy ass cat. but it's a good crazy cat. Like she kills a lot of shit though.
So is my boy.
God, she
I don't know
loves
where he
killing
is,
shit.
but that's the only problem with In-N-Out is like he'll try to bring things in here. I already got one chipmunk out of here today, or not today, this week.
Dude, she slaughtered a fucking nest of baby rabbits last year, and I was like, you bitch.
I told this story on the podcast before, but I was like down. I was like in my parents' basement. I had just moved back. I had my headphones on. I'm doing a deep photo edit. I did 2 hours on the computer, just listening to music, pitch darkness. Take my headphones off. I hear this like weird crunching noise. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I look right below my feet. The whole thing's gutted like right here, and he's just eating it at my feet. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Not even.
Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Just oblivious to this fucking massacre in front of your feet.
Yeah, it's just messy and like, you don't have to do that in here, dude.
Find another place.
I mean, I feel bad for the little animals too, but what do you do?
Nah, I don't know. I fucking try to stop her, and then it's like the motherfucker's already dead.
Yeah, they break that back quick. On the babies, dude. They're
Just so ruthless.
if they survive, they're always paralyzed.
They're so ruthless, bro.
Yeah, just to like play with them too. They don't even really want to eat them.
There's a page called Nature is Metal.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's
Page.
a good one.
See the wildest shit on there. Some of it's too much for me.
Some of it's too much.
Just like something laying there while they're eating out its guts.
It's like, okay, next.
It does bring you down to like, we're just animals on this planet, and like that is the real world is unforgiving.
Right, like this is the reality, but you can't do that to a human because you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
So that's not the reality all the way.
Or just don't get caught, right?
Don't get caught. Fucking.
No, dude. Or know the prosecutors like all the other guys.
There's ways around
Oh,
this.
like this guy hurt us, dude.
Dude, he's like, you guys talking about me? What you got? A chipmunk?
He's creeping in here, dude. Well, dude, it's been great having you here.
Well, thanks.
We're
man.
about an hour in. I might have to bleep some of that work talk, but
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
where can the people find you?
Upnorthjake.com or anything. Upnorthjake.
On all the platforms?
Yeah, it's on all
yeah,
platforms.
Dude. Well, dude, we should do this again.
We should.
I would do a longer one, but we're going to do a photo shoot, so
Yeah, dog.
I'm going to get you off this.
All right. Appreciate
Plus, I'm also getting sweaty. It's probably the hazed.
Fucking hazed, man.
Well, guys, if you're listening to this, thank you again. Like and subscribe. We're going to get out of here. Bye.
Nirvana means in Sanskrit, blow out. That is, exhale the breath.